Hey, they're out of their video now.
That's the start of our video.
Yeah.
Waving at them.
Yes. Hi.
Ah.
We finally saw Seventh Son. We just started.
Okay, can we sit in there with
Sure.
you guys?
Yeah.
We have visitors, everybody.
Ooh, guess.
Oh.
And I got you a present, Brad.
What? What's oats, really? Sweet.
The theatrical one sheet for the loft.
Oh, man.
It was just in the garbage can.
It was.
I
It
can't
was.
imagine why.
They've already pulled it,
With
guys.
a copy of the movie, too.
Yeah, how
That's
often
okay,
do you
it's
just
a double-sided
how
one. You can have
often-
one
Okay,
half
you
of
can
it.
have the back. You can
How
have the
often do you just see the double-sided one sheet sitting in a fucking garbage can?
Yeah, it was just sticking out the top. Like they pulled it out and they're like, you know what? We can't even be bothered to throw this away
I'll
inside.
tell you what, we'll cut it in half. You can take the top half so I can tell people the bottom half's vertigo.
the lady part.
Sweet thing.
And that was our review for Seventh Son.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Yeah, so no, we saw Seventh Son.
Finally.
Yeah,
after years
We've
of waiting.
been talking about it for years now.
With bated breath.
So baited. It's almost 2 years to the day from when that movie was supposed to have come out.
Yeah.
It has been pushed back like 5 different times. I was actually reading up some history. Like this thing has a storied history at this point. The company that did all the amazing special effects for this movie, it went bankrupt like halfway through filming this movie. So they had to actually
Farm that out.
yeah, they gave this company another $5 million to keep its doors open long enough to finish, I guess.
Oh.
Super cool. Guess what? The effects weren't all that great.
They weren't terrible. They just weren't all that great. Honestly, just put it out there. There is nothing horribly, terribly wrong with this movie that warrants anger or bitching. It is a subpar, like, medieval fantasy movie.
There was a lot of this face going on in the theater.
Yeah. There are some horrible gaping plot holes. It's the magical wonderkind that learns superpowers really quickly kind of thing.
Yeah, he's a terrible fighter on Monday, but by Wednesday he's like kicking dragons in the face because why not?
Yeah. Shit like that, which it's not good by any means. It's not god-awful. My main problem, I think you said the same thing, was sitting there the whole time going, I've seen this.
Within
A
the
few times.
Within the
I've seen
first
this
5
movie.
minutes of the movie, I'm like, I know I've seen this before. I know I've already watched this. Like, the best way to sum it up...
If this was an 80s movie, I would love it. Like, if I grew up with this movie, it would be like in that weird list of movies like Cull and fucking Beastmaster and...
This is a movie that I think I would have really liked it if it'd come out in, like, the early 90s.
Yeah.
Like, around the time it was, like Dragonheart and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would have really dug this back then. At this point, no. Like, it basically, it felt like the Nick Cage Season of the Witch mixed with, like, that terribly awesome but terrible Dungeons and Dragons movie.
They're cracking jokes to each other back here.
No, I just got your picture of the inside of the movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were only in there by ourselves for about 10 minutes, and then
Yeah, people kept filtering in.
they sat all around us in the empty theater. Well,
Fucking 100 seats in there.
Yeah.
They sit right beside us. I'm like, all right. There's like a guy in front of us, like people beside Dave. There was like a guy directly behind me.
Well, I think the people that were beside us and directly in front of
There's
us.
our theater. There's Dave.
We sat where we normally do in the theater, like, second row from the aisle with our feet up, and then a gentleman in a wheelchair came in and, parked in the spot, and then his group of people were just like, well, these guys are right, fuck it, we'll just sit next to them.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, thanks.
At first I was like, Brian, should we move? And then I'm like, no, fuck it, we've been here like 20 minutes already.
I can't move from the sweet spot in such an awesome 3D movie.
Oh, God.
I don't know what even in that was 3D other than the fact that I was wearing the glasses, otherwise I couldn't see the movie. Nothing at all seemed like it was 3D. It didn't even seem like it was a 3D conversion. It just seemed like they took a normal movie and just fucked it up so that you had to wear those glasses.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
There was not one single
Oh!
Sorry.
a peanut gallery back here.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, this was every kind of this kind of movie you've ever seen. You know,
Smashed into one with some weird racial profiling in this too.
yeah. Also, they killed the best actor in the movie 5 minutes into it.
Oh yeah, fucking Jon Snow.
Yeah, Kit Harington's in it for like 5 minutes and then abruptly gets set on fire and dies. So,
Well, for me, like, the only enjoyable parts of this movie were watching Julianne Moore and Jeff Bridges just go, fuck it, let's be weird.
half the time in this movie, and this is not an exaggeration in the slightest. Honestly, I'm probably underselling it, but half the time in this movie, you literally can't tell what the fuck Jeff Bridges is saying, because he uses this bizarre accent for the entire movie and refuses to move his lower lip, as though he's stuffed like a Major League Baseball player's amount of chewing tobacco into his mouth and refuses to spit it out. It's like, the whole time he talks like this, boy. And I don't know fucking why. Like, you meet him, and like,
he's Jeff Bridges and he can do whatever the fuck he wants to at this
well, like,
point.
when we first meet him, he's in a bar and he's drinking heavily, so you assume, like, oh, maybe that's his drunk wizard voice? I don't know. But then, later on in the movie, when he's stone sober, or just waking up, or in the middle of a fight, that's how he always sounds. But he always talks with, like, the lowest possible grumble. Like, he's got the lowest register his voice can go, and that's where it lives for the rest of the movie. So there's times when he's giving, like some exposition, and all you're hearing is like... It's like, I don't know what he's doing now, but they're fighting a bear that just turned into a Chinaman, so I don't know.
A Chinaman wearing a big fur hat.
Yeah. It was a bear that turned into a Chinese guy wearing a fur hat.
And the skinny black woman in
bear gloves, and then he turns back into a bear again. I'm like, okay.
And then there's the skinny black woman who turns into a cheetah.
Yeah, there's a very tribal,
Like a saber-toothed cheetah.
a very tribal, ethnic-looking black woman who, for some reason, turns into a cheetah as though she's just magically ran there
Because
from
that's-
the heart of the Sudan.
She's a witch, and that's her witch power. She's turned into a fucking
Yeah, everybody
cat.
else turns into, like, dragons the size of, like, 4-story buildings. She turns into a cheetah, an animal that actually does exist. Meh. It's like everybody else is like, I'm a dragon. Stab 3 guys with this hand. Push over a building. She's like, I'm a cheetah. Jumps on a guy's back and he falls off his horse. I'm like, that's kind of shitty.
This movie has a whole lot of, like, shitty witch powers. Like, the one guy who's the king of the swords.
King of the Swords.
He's got 6 arms. He's the king of the swords.
He looks like Vishnu. He's even kind of a bluish color.
Yeah. Can't kill an unarmed girl, though.
Nope.
Yep.
Gets
He's pretty-
taken in a sword fight by
he's-
a girl who's never used a sword. And there was that one guy that just like they kind of set up like some of like the big bats, and it's
Take
like
someone from Road Warrior, fork his tongue, and give him a knife.
like they kind of set up like Jeff Bridges is like giving like this like training montage. They're like, no, here's this guy, turned into a dragon, he's really big. And there's this woman, turns into a cheetah. And then there's this person who does this. And like he's doing all that, and like we meet all these people like 5 minutes later, like, thanks for introducing them. Except for one guy, this one really weird guy. Yeah, he looks like fucking Wes from like the fucking Road Warrior. except with bones instead of tires for armor. And he's like running around like he can climb on walls and shit. Like we never find out his name. He just shows up and like he's supposed to be some big bad. And then a woman literally just like pokes him in the belly with a pitchfork and he's dead. Like that was one of the big bads in this movie. A guy with no fucking idea just how to miss a pitchfork moving at him at slow speeds. Granted, the woman was a witch who was fighting for the good guys, but it was moving with all the speed and ferocity of my hand right now.
No, I'm gonna die.
You're dead, man.
I'm gonna.
Fizzle fry.
Now I'm dead.
Also, if you're evil and you get stabbed, you just like set on fire.
Yeah, you're one of the vampires from Blade 2.
It's like, oh no shit, my weak spot.
But their weak spots are everywhere.
Yeah, anywhere you get stabbed, you're gonna just suddenly burst into flames. It's just, I don't know. It's just nothing in this was good. Like they kind of had like the romantic subplot in this kind of reminded me of like a knockoff version of like the romantic subplot from like Stardust.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Even with like basically, you know, even if you consider like Julianne Moore sort of an analog for like Michelle Pfeiffer and that even.
Yeah.
Works out pretty good.
But there was no wonderful analog for gay pirate Robert De Niro.
Nope. It was that big guy Tusk, who was just in every other scene.
Just a big dude and like a fucking fright mask.
Like they stopped at Spirit of Halloween before they started filming. Which I love that the man is in like 4 fight scenes in the course of the movie. Has this giant wicked ass looking sword strapped to his back, beats everyone to death with his hands. Why do you even have a sword? Of course, every other person, like since they live in an age of, you know, like wizards and goblins and shit like that, like apparently swords and knives grow on trees because everyone is constantly throwing away giant swords.
Yeah, they're just fucking tossing them.
Like that one kid has a sword, sticks it in the ground, turns around, somebody else has a sword pointed at his face, takes their sword, and then leaves with theirs. Like, you didn't want that one? All right. Then they get into a fight, and like the first thing he does is like throw the sword at somebody. Like, not how you use that. Points off on your final exam.
Fucking.
But then you punch somebody else and take their sword and just walk away with them. Like, all right.
Yeah, and the whole time sitting there, I was just thinking, this isn't good. It's not like Rotten Tomatoes 6% bad, but it's not good.
Yeah, I mean,
But I can also understand why nobody seems to like it. Because I can't see anybody, even like really the most like out there loves that fantasy world kind of shit going, this movie's fantastic!
Oh yeah, no, this movie would have been a hard sell if it was just like straight to video.
Straight to video, this would have been like a gem defined.
Yeah, like
It's like Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore in this fucking thing. Let's watch this.
Yeah, like this is the sort of thing, if they just snuck it out into like video stores and just said, fuck it, and we'd come across it like 2 years from now, like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And watch it, we're like, alright, well, that was crazy. But having to go to like waiting 2 years for this movie that we've been getting trailers for this.
I think I've seen trailers for this movie that equal double the running time of the actual movie.
Probably. And finally getting the payoff of watching it is like, yay.
It wasn't even enough of a train wreck to be really entertaining.
You know, yeah, like you said, like there's nothing that's even really that bad about it. It's just everything is just a pile of disappointment hiding behind grumbled voices. Like the main guy, like he seemed like a charismatic guy, but we never get to see him doing anything where he gets to like use that.
Yeah, no, like I look forward to seeing that actor in something where he actually gets to act a little bit because he seems like he might be very capable.
We probably already have and didn't know it.
Yeah, kind of charming in a way. Well, it's the same thing with the fucking Best of Me, the kid who plays the younger version of that. Like he was in November Man, which Brad and I saw, which it's like, oh yeah. It reminds me of a young Sean Bean. I'm cool with this. And then we saw him at Best of Me. I'm like, what the fuck? Now he looks like Remar. What's going on?
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It was just this whole movie, like apparently it had a good sell when they first pitched it, because it's got like, a couple like name actors to it.
Well, and it's apparently based on a book as well. So
Yeah, which the title of the book.
this is a much. I really wish that was the title of the movie. Just
I can
just
understand why they
just
didn't
to
go with it.
send Irving to it. The title of the book it's based on is called The Spook's Apprentice.
I wonder why they didn't go with that. I also wonder why they made Jeff Bridges' character white.
Oh, was he black in the book?
I have no idea.
Oh my God!
Would you?
If he's black in the book.
Well, in the book, he could be any color you want him to be. It's just how racist do you want it to seem? With everybody saying like, "Oh no, that spook's here," and then in walks the guy. So
Yeah.
the Spook's Apprentice. I don't know.
I don't bother.
Yeah, like seriously, don't fucking bother. Like,
Go see SpongeBob. Apparently, it was fun.
just close your eyes. You'll probably see this movie tonight when you sleep. just
Mash
literally-
up every fantasy movie you've seen from the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
And that's Seventh Son.
any fucking one you want. It'll probably be better, or at least have Jeremy Irons in it.
Or Franklin.
And yeah, I mean, it's seriously watch about anything, because when nothing's happening, it's just people standing around.
Even in some of the action scenes, it's people standing around.
I actually laughed out loud at one point when like it was getting ready for like the big final battle, in which half the bad guys just killed themselves. Like, yay, you guys are really worth it. And that one girl who was supposed to be the love interest in the whole movie came out wearing action clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Because the whole movie she's dressed like Belle from the fucking Beauty and the Beast.
And suddenly she's in a leather leotard ready.
Yeah, and then she comes out dressed like she's like an extra in Blood Rain.
Oh, blood
And
rain.
it looks like the outfit they have her in is so inappropriately non-fitting for her and ill-fitting. Like,
It was all like brown leather straps made into a cat suit.
she's wearing like this skin-tight corseted like vest. So, and this is a tiny girl, so she's like this wide at the waist, but she's also wearing like a peasant shirt underneath it. So it is just like billows of like tufts of ill-fitting shirt jutting out from all over on this thing. Is like, who dressed you? Seriously, who fucking dressed this
It was
girl?
also another movie like Jack the Giant Slayer where I was sitting there going, why is he wearing a hoodie? The whole time. I just couldn't get over the fact that he's wearing a fucking hoodie. With drawstrings and everything. He's wearing a fucking hoodie.
I was better with him running around with a hoodie on than the first half of the movie where he's running around wearing a what appeared to be a knit overcoat,
Yes.
a full-length like trench coat that was like cable knit. It's like,
Honestly, like, I can
That's-
see that being somewhat practical, but...
until you get wet.
Well, and he's wet in this movie a lot. Yeah,
I seriously just don't even have anything to say about this one.
no, did we get any trailers worth talking about?
We got a trailer for like Taken 4.
Yeah. Oh, as I called it, Father's Day.
I still like that as a much better title.
What was it called? Run All Night?
Run all night. Dance all, dance all.
Oh, you guys got that too?
Yep.
I'm calling that movie Father's Day
I was
from now
checking
on.
my arms so that I could tell you the name of it, but then you got it.
Walk among the run all night.
Taken among the tombstones.
Ooh. Ooh, I
His
like.
son is Detective Holder.
Although I do like the idea of the bad guy being evil Ed Harris.
Fucking Ed. I love Ed Harris. I will watch pretty much any movie if it has Ed Harris in it in any way whatsoever. Because Ed Harris, he's one of those dudes that no matter what, every scene he's in is great. It could be the worst movie on earth.
Well, fuck, I really liked him in A History of Violence with that weird, like Italian mafioso slash Pittsburgh accent.
Yes. I love that man.
God, what else?
Was there anything else at all that I can remember?
I know we had trailers. I know that's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything that really like wowed me.
What trailers did you guys get? We can talk about those.
We got Run All Night.
We got
Father's Day.
Avengers,
Yeah, we did.
We've talked about that a few times.
Ted 2.
Oh yeah, we got Ted
Which,
2.
okay, I don't know what the fuck the premise of that movie is, that like ladies can't have babies unless they can prove they're married to human men.
Well, when they're married to a bear, you gotta fucking
well,
prove that
don't
shit.
tell them they're married to a bear then. Just be like, ladies gotta do it for themselves.
So they're just gonna start their review from here. Brian, lean over so they can talk.
You know how in when we saw A Million Ways to Die in the West, when you said like, oh, this is like a live-action Family Guy, there are literally jokes in the trailer for Ted 2 that were done on Family Guy.
Nice. Man, this one's a solid gem. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in the recycle file.
Use again. Yeah. Okay. I'm out of shit to talk about.
Turns
What
out
other
the whole
trailers
movie
you
for
get-
Ted
did you
2 is
guys
them
get?
trying to find George Wilbur.
Chappie again.
Oh yeah, we did get Chappie again.
Oh, we
Which-
got a different trailer for
I am
Chappie this
Chappie.
time.
The more I see the Chappie
did you get
trailers,
one
the
that
less I give a fuck. And I really don't want to see a movie starring Di Antwoord. I really don't.
Who?
The blonde chick and the gangster South African guy in the
Okay.
movie, they're a rap group.
Is that why she's so peculiar?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, try listening
those
to their
two are
music.
Di
It's
Antwoord.
insane, but I love it.
Yeah, oh no, they're fucking bizarre. I just don't want to see a fucking movie starring them.
But
I want to see Chappie, but I know I'm probably gonna cry in it.
Yeah, I almost cried during the trailers every time.
I want to see
He got a book. God damn it! Stop trying to blow him up.
is Chappie's book.
I want to see a mashup.
Chappie love stories.
The trailer for Chappie, but with James Spader's Ultron voiceover.
Oh my god! There are no strings on me.
But yeah, I like the idea of Johnny 5 versus Ed 209.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting for a trailer that explains what the fuck is going on top of Hugh Jackman's head.
He has the same mullet that
It's like the
Michael
Caesar
C. Hall
mullet.
had in Cold in July.
Cause yeah, it's like this weird, like high and tight Caesar mullet. And I don't understand it. Cause like the back of it is a mullet, but also still like Caesared to his neckline.
No, he combined George Clooney's hair from Dusk Till Dawn and George Clooney's hair from Roseanne.
My God. But I'm sorry. I'm trying to picture him as like this business guy, this engineer who's helping develop this soldier, and then he shows up wearing that hair, and I'm like,
All credibility goes immediately down the drain.
yeah, it's just like gone.
Are you gonna steal all the credits? We've got some more.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
what
what
else
else
you
you
got?
got?
We got Spy. That's that Melissa
Nah,
McCarthy.
We're
yeah.
not gonna talk about that.
No,
Focus.
no, we'll
What
skip
was
that one.
Focus?
That's the Will Smith one.
I saw the
right.
poster in the lobby.
Yeah.
I still have no idea.
It's the follow-up to the fucking 7 pounds.
It looks more like remember Confidence with Ed Burns?
Oh, yeah!
Like, even the trailer is, like, similar, because both movies are about con men, and in the trailer, for Confidence, like, it's all about doing the con. It's all about confidence. Title, Confidence. In this one, it's that, but it's all about focus. Focus.
So it's
Well, it's the
inspirational titles, the movie.
I had the same problem with that I did with Run All Night, where the song that they were playing during the preview was so prevalent that I got distracted listening to it and missed
Father's
the plot of the
Day.
preview.
That's right.
Taken
I
among
actually
the
really want to see
tombstones.
Run All Night. If anything, for Liam Neeson teaming up with Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
But they started
Yeah.
playing Oh, Danny Boy
Danny
at the end.
Well,
And I
yeah.
just lost the plot completely.
And it's just like,
I'm like,
but
oh, I
he's
like this song. I'll look
Scottish.
over.
He's fucking Scottish. Is he playing an Irishman?
Who,
Because I
Liam
couldn't
Neeson?
tell.
He's
Yeah.
I think
Irish.
it's more because it's a song
Oh,
about
I
the
thought he
father
was
and the son.
Scottish.
No, Liam Neeson's Irish.
Okay.
Because in the song,
I believe
the
you.
son
I-
is
for
going
some
off
reason
to
I always
war
thought he
and
was
he's sad 'cause he has
Scott.
to stay home.
Oh, okay.
Although they didn't play any of those verses, they just played the first one over. and over again.
She's Irish, so she knows the actual plot
Yes, you're
behind the song
required
Danny
to
Boy.
learn. First of all, I'm not Irish. I come from Irish people. And second of all, yes, I do know the words to that song. It's really pretty.
You're a second generation Irish immigrant. What do you?
Yeah, but you know,
Barney!
I'm not trying to say it sucks to be Irish. It's pretty awesome to be Irish, but I'm saying that
Except for that damn potato
that
famine.
if you say you're Irish, you should be from Ireland. And I was born in the United States.
Oh. I'm Scotch Irish, so I like to drink.
You like to drink scotch.
I do like Scotch.
Scotch is fucking delicious. Let's see, I'm German, Irish, Scottish, English. If I had Native American, I'd be a born drinker.
Brian's like, I'm from Jupiter.
We know where Brian's
That's
from.
why we named him Jupiter.
That's why my name is
Jupiter Jones.
Is her name Jupiter
Hi,
Jones?
Bugs.
Yep.
Jupiter Jones.
That sounds like a DC character from like the 70s.
Yeah.
That's some straight up fucking Silver Age right there.
That's a Legion of Superheroes character.
Jupiter
like,
Jones,
"Your
her
Majesty."
power is like she has like a big red eye that can
Watch
do
her team
stuff.
up with Bouncing Boy and Matter Eater Lad.
You're gonna eat the shit out of some matter.
Fucking,
See if you don't.
I can't wait for the Matter Eater Lad movie. That's gonna be a fantastic day. It's like 20 years.
What?
There's a
You said the Mad Hatter movie, obviously.
there's a character from DC Comics from the Legion of Superheroes, which is like the Justice League of the 31st century. And one of the people on their team is named Matter Eater Lad, and his superpower is he can eat any matter.
I was about to say, aren't we all matter eaters?
No, but he's
In
like,
our hearts?
He can eat really fast, anything really fast.
Me too.
it's like, oh no. It's like someone's about to shoot this missile that'll destroy the sun. And then he'll just eat the missile.
You
Like,
know that would be turned into like
I've never
a
tried, but
comedy,
give it
and
a
it would be
go.
like a fat joke comedy if they ever.
But he's not a fat guy.
Matter eater lad.
Oh, I'm not
Played by
saying he is in the
Melissa
comic.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
The fat guy on the Legion of Superheroes is Bouncing Boy, and he's just a big fat guy that bounces
But
like a
that's
ball.
what the movie would be. It would be like that. Remember when they tried doing
Starring
Green
Jack
Lantern
Black.
with Jack Black?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the entire internet went, no! Would have been better than the movie they made, though.
And then we got Insurgent.
Oh yeah, Insurgent.
Oh yeah, we got
we
the
got
trailer
that
for that. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, that
You're that
That movie
chunk
was
of a building spinning
previous
through the air.
indication
Yeah, it's just like it's like, Mom, house flies off. I'm like,
This is the first time we got to see Chicago destroyed.
but not the last, I tell you what.
Yeah.
They're all like, Your Majesty, and she's like, please, call me Jupe.
Call me
And that's
Jupe.
the movie we saw.
Jupe, your boy, Jupe, your boy.
Oh, during the flirting scene though, she says,
Yeah.
"Well, my bowels aren't royalty."
What? What?
What I'm trying to say
So it's
is
okay
our
for
movie
him
was
to-
amazing.
Our movie was 3D incarnate.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Well, perhaps we should be done and let them talk about their movie.
Yeah,
You're lucky that we have a lot to talk about because you just stole all my previews.
No, you can still talk about the previews.
yeah.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yep, that was
Yeah, we'll
it.
talk about them in your video again. Do it. Fucking pad these things out,
God knows
man.
we've talked about Chappie enough times.
Chappie.
I am consciousness. I am alive. I am Chappie.
Los locos kick your ass.
You do a really good Chappie.
Thank you.
Yes, it's actually it's excellent.
All right, well, yeah, let's tag them out. Did you miss?
You know, you took your hand away. You burned me, bro.
God damn it!
Why is there a shovel back here?
Why wouldn't there be a shovel in the car?
So little.
What the fuck is Jillian doing in her spare time with a tiny little shovel?
I think she was worried about if
She's
she got,
reenacting a tiny little scene from Home Alone. Sneaks up behind people and just cracks them on the head. And steals little kids.
Oh my god!
But you can tell she's used it a lot. It's still got all the stickers on it.
I think it's an emergency shovel.
Well, you know, in case she has to resell it, she wants it to be in like new condition, so you keep the stickers on.
And that's been our review of Jillian using a tiny shovel.
To murder people and steal children, apparently.
Goodbye.
See you soon.